Welcome to the Glesga podcast. Episode 2 is dropped.
I've just dropped a number 2 in the lavy.
Coming up this week.
I think your priorities are all wrong. I think instead of sitting on your phone, you should be pumping your wife rotten.
Remember the Ultimate Warrior?
No, the Ultimate Warrior. There's a guy who used to drink in a boozer years ago. Nobody could beat this guy in a fight. Is that who we're talking about?
My pal's a hygienist in Dubai.
He's a hygienist?
No, she's a hygienist.
She's a hygienist. What's that, wiping people's asses and stuff?
So we're doing well. At time of recording, as in now, we're ranked 48th comedy podcast.
48, there you go. I might be getting a new cardigan. Brilliant.
It's alright though, it's good. We've got 2,500 views.
2,500 views? Well, it would hardly fill Firth Park, but it's a start.
It's a start. If you're a Scottish tennis player and you'd been gone 1 week and you were ranked 48th.
48? There's no 47 tennis players in Scotland. There's 3. The Murray brothers and their ma. If I was a tennis player, I'd probably be 4th. So 48 and 10, that's not a good analogy.
I guess if you were sitting 48th in the Scottish Premier League.
Well, there's only 12 teams.
That's how bad
there's only 42 senior teams in Scotland. So if you were 48th, you'd be fucking dying in your arse.
So are we sitting in like the 3rd division at the moment?
We're not even in the juniors.
Alright, we're in the pub league.
Aye, we're in the Highland League.
We're doing alright, we're doing well, it's going well. We're not exactly Mr. Beast.
That sounds like some guy out of Berlin. Who's Mr. Beast?
You never heard of Mr. Beast?
Mr. Beast? No. Jimmy Savile?
No. No, we're not getting cancelled already. So Mr. Beast, if you've heard of Mr. Beast, tell him in the comments, because it's not just me that knows Mr. Beast. He's huge on social media. Massive.
For doing what?
He like blows.
Well, that's sex sells.
Well,
is it a sex thing?
No, he blows things up.
Like what? He's rubber doll? What are you talking about?
No, it's like he's massive because he like does things like he blows things up. He gives money away. He does like a Squid Game.
He blows things up. Well, the US government should be the biggest thing in YouTube if it comes to blowing things up. The IRA missed that trick. In the 70s, they were fucking brilliant at that. If YouTube were in the 70s, they would have been massive. What does he blow up?
Well, anything like trucks.
Fridges. he blows up trucks.
He probably trucks. The latest one, I think he had like a contestant had $500,000 in a lockup, and whatever he blew up and never destroyed the money, the contestant got to keep.
You see, this is what's wrong with the world. It used to be, Isaac Newton discovered gravity. Galileo, he discovered the universe and the planets going around the sun. All you need to do is get your cock out on YouTube and you...
See, me and my wife are addicted to social media. Like, we're always like on our phones in our bed and everything is...
You see, I think your priorities are all wrong. I think instead of sitting on your phone, you should be pumping your wife rotten. You know what I mean? You're sitting there watching a turtle eating a strawberry. She wants a real man to give her a good rattling. The world's fucked. We're on the bandwagon here. We're part of the problem. What are we adding to humanity here?
Well, 2,200 people have watched us. That's
2,200 people. You know what? 2,200 people need to go out and get a fucking job. That's what instead of watching this bollocks on YouTube.
That's good. So the rest of you that are still with us, thank you.
Or are we coming for Mr. Beast then if I go to blow stuff up?
I know. Well, you're saying 2,500 people went to see bollocks, and we talked about you going to Hibs last week. So
if 2,200 people turned up at Firth Park for a home game at Motherwell, we would need to shut the doors. That's not a lot. No, if 2,200 people turned up to see Cowdenbeath, I think that would be good for Cowdenbeath.
I don't even think that amount of people live in Cowdenbeath.
I don't think so. I don't think 2,000 people can get in and out of Cowdenbeath safely. But I don't know. I've not been to Cowdenbeath for a while. They might have upgraded it or built the Cowdenbeath bypass.
So this Mr. Beast is huge, right? His first video that he ever put online get 20,000 views, right? How many views do you think the first video Glesga put online? So, irrespective of this podcast.
And Beastie Boy get 20,000?
Aye.
Well, And he's massive.
He's massive, but this was only his first video he put up, so...
Well, our first one, I don't know, 500 or something.
500,000.
500,000?
We get 500,000, Kai-Fi.
We get 500,000 views?
On our very first video. And he's the biggest guy social media.
We're going to be... We're going to be bigger than Beast.
Ah, you're interested now.
It's different. So, do we get paid for this?
So on average, he makes $500 million a year.
$500 million a year?
Aye.
Fuck, they'll stop my social security. Just keep your voice down. So, that's good to know. So we're on.
I'll get you a Starbucks for this.
Beast, we're coming for you.
We're very popular in Canada, apparently.
Is that a fact?
Yes.
So there's 25 million people worldwide identify as Scottish.
Is that folk that all get sent because they get the jail?
Well, there are Scottish sex offenders in a lot of countries abroad, but 25 million jocks identify as jocks worldwide, which is 5 times the Scottish population. I think I'm right in saying that. You could probably check that if people want to send us one of the what's up messages and let me know if I'm wrong. The Scottish consulate in Dubai, which is just a pub. In fact, funny enough, I was in Dubai. I went to Dubai because you go there as a stopover when you're going somewhere far more interesting. I mean, you've been to Dubai, haven't you?
I've been, aye.
It's like going your holidays in Fraser's with a heating fuck up, right? And when I was in Dubai, I saw something that made me laugh. I was on, you know that monorail in Dubai? So
Yes.
I'm on the monorail and it's not got a driver. It's a driverless monorail. Do you know that?
No.
No driver. And I'm on the monorail and I saw the Scottish Dental Centre. I thought that was funny because we're no a nation noted for good dental work. So the Scottish Dental Centre, I can see the point of the Los Angeles, the Hollywood Dental Centre. Fine, come in, teeth like champion, I'm under horse. But the Scottish Dental Centre, you would go in there and go, hello, I really like looking good, but I think, could you turn me into a homeless alcoholic? Thanks very much. Come to the Scottish Dental Centre. Dubai.
My pal's a hygienist in Dubai.
He's a hygienist.
No, she's a hygienist.
She's a hygienist. What's that, wiping people's arses and stuff?
No.
Was she handing out wet wipes to people that are sweating? What's that?
She whitens her teeth.
In Dubai?
Aye.
Maybe she works in the Scottish Dental Centre.
But do you know what? Possibly does. Possibly does.
Right.
So
Okay.
she works out there. But Mr. Beast is known, and maybe we can take a leaf out of his book. He's known for his great thumbnails.
Thumbnails? Well, I bite my nails.
No, a thumbnail. It's a holding picture for your videos that you put up. So it's
A holding picture?
so when people are going through YouTube, they see the picture. It's like clickbait.
Oh, is it? It's a cock, innit? It'd be a private part.
No.
I mean, that's what because you know when you're you know when you're scrolling, is that what they call it?
God, I was worried you were going to say
You know,
something
you're
else there.
scrolling and you see, you're just scrolling at somebody's daft face or something, or a motor or something mental or a guitar or something, and then you see, oh, a body part, no, because that gets you right away. So I can't share a thumb.
Is that what
Is
episode?
it,
I was going to say, is that what episode 2 is going to be? Just you,
What?
you with your banger out, so people clicking it.
well, you would need to do a close up, but aye.
No, it is so because in YouTube.
So he's got a picture that will make you watch it.
Aye.
A thumbnail.
What is vital is you need a hook.
A hook? Mm-hmm. Fucking hook you in a minute. What do you mean a hook?
You need a hook to hook people in. That's what the.
Oh, right. So you,
Not a
a
fish.
sex
You
photo.
don't-
It's going to be a sex photo. I mean, you're not exactly going to get loads of people in with the Motherwell badge. Right.
Well, if you like,
You'll get 2,200 people in the Greater Motherwell area.
Well, it's-
Maybe half a dozen people for Wishy and Craig Nuke. But it's not going to hook people in when they're scrolling a Motherwell badge. There'll be a couple of diehards.
Well, if it's under the comedy category, the Motherwell badge might be good.
Fair enough. I'll give you that. What would make people stop in their tracks?
Someone like Ronaldo is really good on social media. He's good at.
But that would be false advertising. We would have a picture of Ronaldo, and then it would be us.
Well, we could talk about him now and then get away with it. We could do that.
Right, so people hear something about Ronaldo and it's us talking about blowing up fridges.
Could be. Ronaldo, I believe, is the highest paid influencer
What, even more than Beast?
In terms of, Beast isn't an influencer, he's a YouTuber. Because Ronaldo's not a YouTuber. He doesn't cut videos and blow things up. He just, he sponsors. So he gets, on average, he gets £2.5 million to put a post up on his Instagram.
To put a post up? So if we wanted Ronaldo to talk about Glesga, it would cost us £2.5 million.
Aye.
As if he's not got enough money. You'd think he'd fucking do us a favour.
I know. It's a big shampoo brand that he advertises for that amount.
What do you call that German stuff? They have that German shampoo. Are you baldy? Buy this shampoo and you'll still be baldy, and this will cost you 40 quid. But you'll think you're getting unbalded.
He sponsors like shampoo, and people pay him to put posts up on his Instagram.
Sponsors shampoo, £2.5 million.
£2.5 million a post.
So they're clearly shifting shampoo.
Oh, they must be.
I mean, what's a bottle of shampoo? £5? What does shampoo cost?
Shampoo doesn't cost £5, does it?
It depends what you buy. Good shampoo's £5, but the big litre bottle of shampoo, Tesco's 10 bob.
You made shampoo, you use a Barry soap, you've used
I know.
10 years, it's sitting
But
there.
I know, but that's fair enough. No, but I've got different soap for different things. Face, feet, balls.
Aye.
But sometimes I just use the one and then it's more like an exfoliator than a bar of soap.
Did you know Ronaldo is also the highest paid footballer in the world? So
yes, I knew that. I know that.
He went to Saudi. How much do you think Ronaldo is paid a season?
A season? Right, I know that Neymar was on £1 million a week. The Brazilian guy. And Ronaldo's on more than him. Just his wages at the football club.
Aye.
I reckon he's on 125 million.
He's on reportedly 150 million a season.
There you go, I was close. Is it dollars?
It might be dollars.
Because I was saying 125 million pound, and if you do the exchange rate, you'll probably find I'm bang on. There you go.
It's alright, it's good money.
Mathematical genius, man.
No, but he does have to work the September weekend, apparently.
It is it. Oh, fucking shaming him. That's a shame. I know. He's going, oh, 150 million a year. Bummer. Maybe I should take a pay cut and then I can fuck off to Blackpool. That's ridiculous.
That's 4.6 million a game.
4.6 million a game. But that's the way it is now. These guys. I mean, if he's on that, what's Messi on? Is he on more than Messi?
No, he'll be on more than... Well, he reportedly, Ronaldo's still the highest paid player in the world. Again, in the comments, if I'm wrong here, just correct me, but...
Because they'll fact check that.
Oh, they will.
That's what happens now. You say something, you got these fucking idiots, because they're not doing anything. They're all sitting, pulling their bang into Mr. Beast, right? All these bams, they're just going, let's just check that. And then, I think you'll find that you're asserting, fuck off, get a life.
See in a game, though, see like the amount of games they play in Saudi, he gets 50 grand a minute when he's on the pitch.
But what happens if it goes 10 minutes injury time? He's saying... Oh, you fucking bumping me.
No,
because if it goes 10 minutes over time, and then it goes 9 minutes, that's 10% of the game. So he's only getting 45 grand a minute.
The physio must be under so much pressure, like running on trying to fix him, that they must get somebody that can sprint. Because if you think about it, she's under pressure or he's under pressure.
They're never injured anyway. These football players are all fucking actors and ballet dancers. You see them, when somebody comes in for a tackle, the guy rolls about fucking 40 times. When you get banjoed, right? I never seen a street fight where a get knacked and he rolled about 40 times. When somebody's really injured, they get down for real. That's when you know they're injured. But when they're not injured, when they're it's called simulation.
Simulation.
Why? When they're at it, they roll about hundreds of times. Oh, fucking as if they've been fucking shot or something. It's bullshit. These players aren't really injured. Very, very, very seldom they're really injured.
Do you know what?
And anyway, if you can't even tackle now. Something like Roy Keane wouldn't be in football now. Because with the way he used to tackle, you would get sent off for that now. See, you're not allowed to slide tackle. Danny McGrain, great Scottish player, he used to slide tackle and he would always get the ball right and he would slide tackle. Now, most players would jump out the way. When McGrain got the ball, they would jump out him. But these fucking bams now, they go, yeah, you follow through and you catch the player, but you got the ball first. That used to be a legal tackle. No. See if you follow through, you get the ball and you take the guy with you, you're getting fucking sent off. That's a foul.
Aye. I get
So you're not even allowed to tackle people now. You can't heed the ball and you can't tackle. It's fucking, the game's shite, man. It's shite now.
Well, it's gone to Saudi.
Ugh, and then you're running about, what, in 45-degree heat? It's madness, man.
Do you not think they are pumping loads of money into the game, though? And even though they've got Ronaldo, they're still sitting second in the league.
Who? Is Ronaldo's team?
Aye.
Well, who's the top team?
Well, the guy that Neymar plays for.
Oh, is he with there as well?
Aye.
Oh, I thought he was still in France.
No, because this is the whole thing with Neymar. That they signed him, and then Ronaldo and Neymar.
Oh, come on, it's pish, man. You could get Auchinleck Juniors who could out and pump that mob, right? That's no real football. That's millionaires. Fuck, that's bullshit. The standard out there is terrible. Because sometimes I see it coming up on the betting app, and it's Al Ittifaq versus Etihad FC, and it's fucking, and you see ones that 1-7 on, and the other one's fuck knows 14-1, and then a 14-1 shot wins 4-0. It's bollocks.
It's not just football the Saudis are investing in. You know, the WWE wrestling's out there, and so's the UFC.
Well, that's just that's because they've got all the money. They've got all the money. Everybody else in the world is up to their eyeballs in debt. Everybody. America, China, Russia, every developed country, Britain, France, Germany, everybody, every country in the world's up to their eyeballs in debt. The only people that's got money, Saudi Arabia, because they've got billions of dollars of oil reserves. They've got all the money in the world. And that's what happens when you've got all the money in the world. You can get people to dance for you bollock naked in your living room. And that's exactly what's happening, because the editors are going, oh, we want your money, we want your money. And they know we want their money. So they go, come and dance for me. Take your pants off and dance in my living room. They go, oh, how much you give me? Ooh, £1 million a week. I would get my kit off for that. And that's what it's all about. Dosh.
So we're actually doing our live episode from Saudi in episode 3. So be sure to
No
join us.
fucking chance. We're not going there, man. I'll end up getting my cock and my haunch chopped off. Forget it.
Even though Ronaldo, like, he does all these like sponsored posts and stuff.
Right.
Do you remember when Coca-Cola had their share price dropped by 4 billion?
Aye, because he was it was a European Championships or something. He came into a press conference and he took the Coca-Cola, says, don't drink this, and he took it off the table. Drink water.
Aye, drink water.
Aye, but how much had Volvic paid him to do that?
Aye, exactly.
Mega bucks. Drink water, as if it was Scottish water had paid him tuppence halfpennies. Go, here Ronaldo, you could have done us a wee favour. Scottish water.
I mean, you might as well just pick the can of Coke up and be like, that's pish water, because it just hammered them.
Did they hammer him?
Oh, their share price absolutely plummeted.
Did it? That's one of the biggest companies in the world. In fact, is Coca-Cola the most popular drink brand in the planet?
Outside Scotland.
Aye, there's 2 or 3 countries where it's the number one drink.
Aye, I think you're right, but in Scotland, obviously, it's Irn-Bru.
That's right. And in Mexico, it's Aztec Cola, or is it Peru? Inca Cola. I can't mind. It's one of these countries. And there's one of the countries in Europe, I think it's Poland or something, Pope John Paul III lemonade or something. I don't know what it is, something like that.
There you go. Well, if the Pope's looking to sponsor us. Don't want to lose half our audience.
No, we don't want to go.
We want to hold on to the
King Charles III as well. We'll get him to sponsor us.
Oh, they could both sponsor us.
The Pope and the King.
Maybe you could have a Pope mug and I'll have a Charles mug beside me.
Ah, this is my mug, man. Maybe they could sponsor us.
No, we're not getting sponsored.
Mike Ashley.
No, he's...
We'll call it the Sports Direct podcast.
No, don't give him any. Don't give him any freebies. Actually, we can sponsor the WWE can sponsor us. There you go, Vince McMahon. Get the bucks.
Is that a WWE thing?
Aye, the Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, is it?
Remember the Ultimate Warrior?
No.
Are you joking? You've never heard of the Ultimate Warrior?
The Ultimate Warrior. Well, I was a guy who used to drink in a boozer years ago. Nobody could beat this guy in a fight. Is that who we're talking about? His name was Wally Monroe.
It might have been Willie McRae. They all have fake names.
Hey, I don't know if I ever saw him. Well, I saw him on the news when he got to jail one night. But I don't know if it's the same thing.
He used to sprint to the ring and then...
No, Wally was a big fat bastard. No, it wasn't Wally. Oh, Wally was massive. But you couldn't knock him down. I mean, he was a scary guy.
He used to... So he'd come to the ring and he'd shake the ropes like that.
No. Well, Wally would come in, your ring would shake. He was so terrifying. See if you beat him at pool, you'd get him with a cue up your hole. He was... solid earth type.
Do you know what gets mad though? Celebrities get everything.
Get everything?
They just get...
Well, like piles and all that. What do you mean?
No, they get handed stuff just for free. For instance, like the Oscars.
Right.
See the Oscars in America, they get a diamond encrusted gold pen.
But that's what happens when you're rich and famous. People give you stuff. It's when you're a ball bag like us. We have to pay for everything. And then suddenly, so you see we're getting 500,000 views a week or something. Right. Now, once we start to get that like that, beautiful women will be sucking their toes and everything. Before you know, I'll need to wash my toes, thumbnails. I'll need to get rid of my big fungal toenail. Getting ready for a...
Get your great thumbnails.
Aye. And that's what happens when you're rich. When you get rich and famous, you get this comp lifestyle and everything is free on the gravy train until such times as they realise you're a terrible person and then you get cancelled.
We'll get invited to the Scottish BAFTAs, will we?
We're getting invited to the Oscars, baby. We'll be in LA.
No, in our luck, we'll be in the Scottish BAFTAs and we'll open our bag and it'll be like a Nanny Lennox CD and a Fredo.
Hey, it'll be a Tunnock's tea cake. It'll be all good
Tunnock's
Scottish stuff. Cake. There'll be a can of iron brew, a caramel wafer and a tartan gonk.
You look as if you're trying to pitch here for product placements.
We can place your products. There's 500,000 people. How many people are watching your videos? Would they see the videos?
Aye, your videos.
When you phone me up?
Aye. So far we've had 30 million views.
30 million? Mm-hmm. Potential advertisers. Phone us on the WhatsApp and leave us a message and let us know what you want us to... vibrators not that. It's not as if they need... let's be honest, it's not as if you need any help selling sex toys because people buy sexy stuff.
God, maybe that's what the Ultimate Warrior had up his arse, a vibrator. That's why he...
Who knows, man? Who knows? But it was hidden, so you're not going to sell any if it's concealed.
Aye. Well, that's what happened in wrestling. They would hide something and then pull it out and hit them with it. So
did that ever? So the Ultimate Warrior go in the ring, and Shawn Michaels is fighting him in a ladder match. And then just as Shawn Michaels jumps off the ladder going to him, he whips a dildo out his arse and beats him to death with it. No.
Do you know kids on YouTube are playing with toys and they're earning up to $200 million a year?
They're no earning it. It's probably their desperate parents. They're probably held hostage by these parents. Desperate, money-grabbing bastards. They're basically saying to the means, you want to eat today? You want to eat? Get back to playing Kerplunk.
Do you know, it amazes me that people have got such a good brand in the world.
People have got such a good brand?
Aye, that you can...
What do you mean?
Well, you can say their first name and people will know who it is. So I'm Stuart.
Nobody knows who the fuck you are.
Well, but
it's famous Stuart Copeland out the police.
Stuart who?
The drummer out the police.
I've never heard of Stuart Copeland.
You've never heard of Stuart Copeland?
Never.
Well, he's more famous than you.
He was in the police pipe band or something?
No, he was a detective in the CID. The band. He was a drummer out the police.
Oh, the police.
Sting.
Right, sorry.
And Andy Summers and Stuart Copeland. He's a more famous Stuart.
Right.
And Prince Charles Stuart, Bonnie Prince Charlie. I mean, he's more famous than you, and he's been dead for 250 years.
That's true. But you're called, I mean, Glesga is more famous than you.
Well, I'm no Glesga. Glesga's Glesga. It's a city.
And then, well...
But Glesga is the most famous Glesga in the world. Because all the other places in Glasgow, there's about 12 places in the United States called Glasgow. There's maybe a few Glasgows in Australia, New Zealand. Because what happened is people left Glesga and went to America or Canada and went, you know what? This place is fucking awful. I think I'll call it Glesga.
So we try it. So I'll say the first name.
Right.
And you've
Oh,
got...
is this a quiz?
Sort of, you guess who it is.
All right.
So if I say Tom...
Jones.
I put Tom Cruise.
Nah.
You go a Cruise before Jones.
Nah, in Britain, Jones.
Right. In the comments, back me up here. You would say Tom Cruise, or would you
No,
say...
you wouldn't. You say Tom Jones.
Right, next one. Russell.
Crowe.
I had that.
The actor.
I had that. Aye, you can't say the other guy.
Russell Brand.
You can't say...
Is he Mr. Beast?
No, you can't say that. We'll get cancelled in episode 2.
This is episode 2.
After episode 2. We'll only be allowed to go out.
Right.
So we've got... who else did I have? Oh, aye. Mr.
Beast.
There you go. See?
But only because we were talking about him.
I know, but you know now.
Well, because before we talked about this...
What would you have said?
Mr. Ben.
Mr. Ben.
Mr. Ben.
Who's that?
Who's Mr.
The
Ben?
guy who made the rice.
Nah, you'll need to Google that. Mr. Ben, it was a TV show in the 70s about a wee guy who, it was a cartoon, and he would get into a shop, and it was a costume shop, and Mr. Ben would say, what have you got for me today, costume guy? And he'd go, oh, I've got a suit of armour, and Mr. Ben would put a suit of armour on, and he was having an adventure as a knight.
When you say Mr. and Mr. Ben, we all think of Mr. Ben's rice.
Mr. Ben's rice?
Aye,
No,
Mr.
it's Uncle Ben's.
Oh, that is...
But it's not called that anymore because it's racist.
Really?
Aye.
Uncle Ben's
There's
rice?
a black man on it, Uncle Ben's, and a black man, and I get cancelled for being racist.
I never knew
So
that.
I think they took the picture of the black guy off the packet.
So it's just called Mr. Ben's.
I don't know what it's fucking called. Uncle Ben's. was a
Uncle
brand.
Ben's, sorry.
But when somebody says Mr., I would say Mr. Ben, I say Mr. Happy.
Mr. Happy.
Mr. Happy. Who is the most famous of the Mr. Men, but clearly now it's Mr. Beast. I'm not reading that book.
Oh, Mr. Muscle.
Mr. Muscle, that's a good one. Aye. Or Mr. The band done Broken Wings.
See,
Again, that was the 80s, before
Aye.
you were born.
So Mr. Motivator.
Again, that was the 80s, slightly into the 90s.
Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bean. Actually, that's a famous one. You would get all them before you got Mr. Beast.
Mr. Sheen.
Mr. Sheen, that's an old one. See, there's a lot, so that's no...
Mr. Sheen. You can still get Mr. Sheen, can you?
Nah, but it's expensive. Anyway, people don't clean their houses anymore. We're all clatty bastards.
Joyce.
My mate's a window cleaner, right?
Aye.
And he was and he's been a window cleaner for years. And he said over the years, the general clattiness of houses has got worse, as because he's observing it through the windows. And he says, and in the old days, if you're cleaning somebody's house or windows and you clean the bedroom, they would normally close the blinds, but now they're just lying there brazenly having a chug while you clean their windows.
Might as well.
You know, in fact, and it's that bad they're making eye contact with you, which is just wrong.
When I stayed in Tillicutry, I got caught at the window cleaner having a jug.
You were having a chug in Tillicutry.
I was actually in my house. I wasn't in the main street having a jug.
Yeah, you weren't in the back of the window cleaner's van.
No. No, that would be.
I mean, that's.
Aye.
No, if we'd have videoed that, no, here's the thing. Window cleaners should go and clean the windows now with GoPros. No, these cameras, they've fucking all these boring bastards go jogging with, right? But what should window cleaners should have a GoPro so that when they're cleaning the window, whatever they see, the GoPro sees. Now that would go viral.
That would be viral.
Because you would see all manner of madness then. Manky hussies, dirty bastards, filthy fuckers engaging in the most perverse, disgusting. I can't imagine.
So talking about viral clips, one of our listeners has submitted a clip through a voice note that we asked people to submit to you on your phone, because now you said your phone was pinging all the time.
Right.
So we're going to listen to it and then discuss it. So this was a clip that went viral. You don't need to.
So it's a punter.
You don't need to see the clip because I'll explain what it is. But the actual what he said is right. So
he sent a video or something.
He sent a video, but we'll no watch it because folk list obviously audio version will no get it, but we'll still discuss it. So listen.
Dad, did you see that video of those two guys dancing on the New York subway? Son, if I wanted to see two wee gimps swinging about on the monkey bars and they're taking your wains to Glesga Green, fuck off.
If I wanted to see two gimps swinging about in monkey bars, I'd have taken your two wains to Glesga Green.
Thank you, Jim, for adding to civilization. You are now recorded. You are now part of recorded history with that very fine observation.
Right, here we go.
Well, Glesga, just listened to the first podcast. Really good. Enjoyed it. Desperate to hear a lot more of you though. Would love to know, as a staunch Glaswegian, what your views are on mixed marriage. A mate of mine, he entered into a mixed marriage, even though we tried desperately to talk about it. Fell out with the family and everything. But I would love to know what your take is on a good Glesga boy marrying a bird from Edinburgh.
A good Glasgow boy marrying a bird from Edinburgh, I said. Well, my views are very simply, in the olden days, that was a good move because a good Glasgow boy marrying a bird from Edinburgh would tend to suggest the bird from Edinburgh is very wealthy. It's very wealthy people live in Edinburgh. And so there's a good chance that all man would pay for the wedding. That's a good move. I'm generally in favour of mixed marriage, a man and a woman. But anybody can marry anybody these days. You know, men can marry men and women can marry women, etc. Because why should it just be heterosexuals that are unhappy? Absolutely. People should get married. It's a fine institution, a bit like the Scottish prison service. But I'm all for it. Yeah, a Glasgow boy and an Edinburgh woman. True love can overcome anything, even repressed Edinburgh personality types. So yes, I'm all for it.
If you want to send a voice note to Glesga Da, please use the number 07386 891 812. That's 07386 891 812.
And it's on the screen anyway.
And if selected to appear in the podcast, you'll get 2 free tickets to any Glesga Da live show at the Glasgow Comedy Festival, or
and a half a dozen tickets for the next Motherwell game. Any game you want. There's plenty going.
Or, of course, our Edinburgh Fringe run that's due to be announced soon. And make sure you join the mailing list for that.
And we'll send you loads of pornography through the post. What do you mean a mailing list? We're not mailing stuff out. Are we sending stuff out? You're going to have me licking stamps and envelopes or something?
No, it's all online. It sends it automatically. They register online for the mailing list, and then we let them know, or I let them know.
Right, good. I'm not licking stamps and fucking sealing envelopes and pish.
Aye.
You're already exploiting me.
I do.
I mean, the only reason I'm doing this is I get to sit my arse in this chair.
I know.
You know that, by the way?
I do. God forbid you do any work. So, This is a clip that you voted was the best clip this week.
That's somebody's phone.
Is it?
If you could turn the phone off, ladies and gents, that would be good, because it'll struggle to have a signal after I've rammed it up your hole.
We also had a celebrity caller.
Oh, I got your number off the Glesga podcast.
Who's this?
It's Grado.
That sounds like a really shite Scottish wrestler. Fuck off.
I'd just like to thank Grado for being sound and sending that in. A good guy.
He's a good lad.
We've got a couple of shows coming up at the Glasgow Comedy Festival. If you're looking for tickets, click the bio link in any of our social media profiles. So that's all for this week's episode. Please remember to subscribe, or if you really enjoyed us, leave us a 5-star review, because it really helps bump us up on the podcast ratings and helps other people find out about the podcast as well. So if you liked us, hit subscribe. If you didn't,
fuck off.